It's Valicious, and what I've got in here is 2 blocks of cream cheese and 2 round small containers of goat cheese. This is the kind I'm using right here from Aldi, plain, and you just slice it and dump it in. So I've got like 3 logs of goat cheese and 2 blocks of cream cheese, and this is going to make an amazing herbed goat cheese that we top with marinated tomatoes and green onions with balsamic. Oh my gosh, it's so stinking good. So I've got lemon zest in here. I've got chives in here. And I've added a little lemon juice and a little half and half. Now we're going to beat it up, and then I'll show you the rest. It's going to be delish. Hey, I've got these herbs that were really big, and I just squinched them up. It's parsley. It's Italian parsley, but if you scrunch it up and then you chop, it's way easier than trying to do it when it's all loose like this and you'll be chopping away like crazy. I'm gonna chop away like crazy anyway, because why not? I've got my basil here, and just run your knife up and down until you've got a nice big pile of pretty much the same size herbs. I've got a little more work to do on this. I'll be back. Hey, it's Valicious back again, and I am getting some garlic ready to put in my goat cheese dip, and I've already chopped it pretty fine, but I want it really, really fine. So all I've done is just take my knife and smush it, and smush it, and smush it until it's really, really fine. And this was garlic I chopped in the hand blender and added some olive oil, so it's really, really fine. And it's mixed in with some of my herbs. So I'm just gonna take it on the knife and dump it into my goat cheese and cream cheese mixture. And we'll be making goat cheese dip. Okay, here's my goat cheese dip in the blender. And I've added some of this. I've shown you this before. This is really nice herbed salt. It's got sea salt, rosemary, garlic, sage, and black pepper. And I added that and a little Meyer lemon juice. I'm gonna add a little bit more to this goat cheese, just a little bit. And there is half and half in there. And we're gonna turn it on. Now I really want this whipped, and then I'm going to just spread it on a plate, mound it up, and I'll show it to you in a second. Yummo. Hey, I'm back, and this is, oh my gosh, look at this. This is the herbed goat cheese, and I have this nice dark platter because it's white. It looks pretty on a dark platter, and I'm just going to scoop it and lay it on here and make it, it's wild looking. This is the easiest dip ever. Cream cheese, goat cheese, some fresh herbs. You could use dried herbs, garlic powder instead of the fresh garlic, and a little lemon adds to the tang of the goat cheese. And I'm going to cut up some tomatoes. You want to make some little craggy spots for the tomatoes and the balsamic. Kind of laying it on here at an angle. And I'm gonna, yeah, oh, this is good. I'm gonna make some little holes, and so that the tomatoes, when I chop them up, and so I've got some olive oil. This is really good olive oil. I got it online, and I'm gonna drizzle some olive oil over these, and that's the end of that. That will pool on top of there. I've got some fresh ground pepper, so I'm gonna grind away. And then I've got 2 interesting things. Aldi's has this strawberry balsamic glaze. And this one I got someplace. And it's a white truffle balsamic glaze. So instead of just balsamic vinegar, I'm going to use some of this glaze on the tomatoes. And then I will squirt. Oh, it's so thick. That's the strawberry. So that's going to be a little sweet. And this is going to give it, with the truffle, it's just gonna, people are gonna go, what is that? What's in there? I don't know what that is. And we just mix this up. And then, oh, wait till you see how beautiful this looks. It's amazing. I'm just gonna toss this. And then I'm gonna just pour it over the goat cheese, which I have right here. And I left little craggy things on top. And I am just, well, I should try one just to be sure. I'm gonna grab a little. Well, the tomatoes are sweet. The salt, the pepper. I can taste the balsamic, but I'm just gonna pour this. How pretty is this? All over the edges, all over the top. Some falling off. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh my goodness. Okay. That was just the right amount of tomatoes. And now it looks pretty spectacular. And there's one thing that I would do just before serving, but I'm gonna do it for you right now, is another drizzle of this glaze, a little zigzag. Oh wow, that is so pretty. And that's gonna add a little bit of sweetness. First time I had this, I actually came up with the recipe because Michelle, my daughter, we were in Fort Collins at the Jessup Farm, and look at how beautiful that is. And we got this as an appetizer, and I said I gotta replicate it and figure out what's in it. So I've experimented with it a little bit. It's very forgiving. You can add something, you can forget something. This on a toasted baguette. I'm also gonna serve some veggies on the side, some carrot pieces and some cucumber sticks. I have some gluten-free friends that are gonna try this, and if you can't have bread, you could rice cakes or rice crackers, or it's good with bread, let's face it. So hopefully you're not gluten-free and you can have this with bread. Enjoy.